Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a squad looking to put on a show, taking on last year's national champion, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Horned Frogs offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. What a play to get. Inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to pound their way in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Looking for room. It's Gabe. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. They punted away on 4th down. Coverage team was down there to corral, and they made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Makes the grab inside the 30. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Back to pass, it's Addison. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
Hunt is on its way. Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Quick release by the QB. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. Quick step and go. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Steps away. Got some room headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Wants to throw. It's Addison. Caught. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time, the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
The RPO, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Yates. And he slips the 1st defender and picks up a handful of yards.
And a nice job separating by the slot receiver on that in route. Man-to-man coverage. He put his foot in the ground and created a little bit of separation. That made that play work.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee.
They got it. It's blocked.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. On target over the middle. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Got his man on the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Louisiana has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 14 to Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. To the air. It's Addison. Trying to set up the screen. It's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarter...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight...
Into the secondary on the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Horned Frogs are threatening on 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Quickly complete. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Addison. Dumps it off in the flats. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a little space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He'll start this drive firing. Punts it out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what...
Turning it on! This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
He wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Picked off. What a play by this defense. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
You know, the corner route is definitely a timing route because you're pushing straight up the field to make it look like you're running a go, and then you break to the sideline. So quarterback and wide receiver really have to be on the same page with timing.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. From the gun. Leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. To throw. It's Addison. Snagged in the middle. It's Game. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Good, right down the boulevard. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 10 over UCF. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He takes it at the 45. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He's looking to pass. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Just enough time for one final play in this half.
22
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense will take the field again. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Here's the pressure. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they will score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike. On that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Back to throw, it's Addison. Fakes to grab. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. First down here for the offense.
First down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's Gay. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's hit some 4th down.
And he missed it. No good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Working that left side now. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he'll go out of bounds, and his aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got his man across the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU. The AT unit on the field. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll run the screen. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Pressure coming. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They'll run the sneak for it. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. So now it's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out. Let's get...
Oh, I'm out of space. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. A remarkable grab just keeps piling up scores.
I'll say remarkable day. I mean, a remarkable career. Goodness gracious. This is the day that you just dream about having. You have the high school, but not in college. You're like, dang, this is as good as it gets. Nobody can stop him. He's absolutely in the zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Boston College is running away with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up by 17 over UCF. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the...
Breaks into the open. What a cut. Now he's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Good enough for a first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Got it behind the line. It's Gabe. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. They'll go back to the ground. Got the first down and more. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Snagged out of the air. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the fourth quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Reads it, fires complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw again. He makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Touchdown, TCU! Quick strike through the air for the score. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to pass. It's Addison. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat. And they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! A great catch and run for 6. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Back to throw, it's Addison. Caught over the middle, it's Gideon. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Hit as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Okay, ready? Wants to throw on 1st down. No one in the vicinity as he makes the grab. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And, man, they're taking advantage right now.
And the Horned Frogs have moved it inside the 20. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the back. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. To the air, it's Peppers. Got his man down the middle.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.